Hey there, in this video we're going to talk about solving two-step inequalities. So remember, okay, to solve two-step inequalities, we solve them the same way we would two-step equations. So if I see an addition, I'm going to undo it with subtraction. If I see a subtraction, I'm going to do it with addition. If I see multiplication, I'm going to use division. And if I see division, I'm going to use multiplication. Now to remember, okay, one thing that's special to inequalities is when I multiply or divide by a negative, the symbol is going to flip. So let's go ahead and walk through a few examples. So example number one, okay, remember every time I see a problem, I'm going to draw my line down my inequality or that sign, and I'm going to undo my operations. I'm going to identify my variable that I want to solve for, and I notice I have two things to get rid of. Remember, I get rid of whatever is further away first, so I'm going to get rid of this minus 4 with addition. So underneath the minus 4, I'm going to write plus 4. On the other side, okay, remember to keep things balanced. If this is bigger than the other side, I need to keep it bigger than the other side. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So 5x is what remains on this side. The minus 4 and the positive 4 cancel out. I bring down the greater than or equal to sign, and 11 plus 4 is 15. Remember that a number next to a variable is multiplication, so 5x really means 5 times x. So how do I undo that? I'm going to undo it with division. I'm going to divide both sides by 5. Now I asked myself the question, did I divide by a negative? Nope, 5 is positive. So I'm going to just continue on my way and bring down my sign. So x is greater than or equal to 15 divided by 5, which is 3. And I have my answer. Let's look at this example next. So I want you to be thinking about what I would do first. Okay, here's my variable. Would I get rid of the negative 3 or the 4 first? Which one's further? The 4 is further away, so I'm going to get rid of that to begin with. Since I see plus 4, I'm going to minus 4. And what I do to one side, I have to do to the other, just like an equation. Total everything up. I'm left with b over negative 3 is less than, bringing that down, 13 minus 4 is 9. Now what do I do from here? I have to identify the operation. How is negative 3 and b being combined with, well, with a fraction, which is division. How do I undo division? I use multiplication. So I'm going to times by negative 3 on both sides. When I times the same thing on top and bottom, they cancel out, and I'm left with b. Now, the question is did I divide by a negative or multiply by a negative? And the answer is yeah. There's multiplying by negative on both sides. So this inequality is going to flip from less than to greater than. And then I'm going to do my multiplication. 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. So that would be my answer. My sign flipped, and I multiplied both sides by negative 3. All right, let's look at number 3. So drawing my line. Now, where's my variable? What's further away? The 3 or the 4? Well, the 4 is. Now remember, in order to get rid of a positive 4, I'm going to write a plus in front of it because I'm going to remind myself that it's positive. In order to get rid of it, I need to do the opposite. Technically, this is I'm adding 4, and then I'm subtracting 3x, so 3d. So I want to undo the addition, and I'm going to write subtraction so that I've got opposites right here. What do I do to one side? I do to the other. So I'm going to simplify that 0. I'm going to bring down the negative, the minus sign. I'm going to bring down the 3d. I'm going to bring down my inequality sign. 19 minus 4 is 15. Now, did I divide or multiply by a negative? Nope, I just subtracted, so I'm going to keep my sign the same way. Next step, get d by itself. There's this timesing by negative 3, so I'm going to divide by negative 3. And there I go, dividing by a negative. So my inequality sign is symbol is going to flip. And I'm left with d is less than negative 5. All right, try this last one on your own. Pause the video, and when you're ready to check your answer, press play. All right, let's check it. So I want to solve for w. I need to get rid of negative 4 and 8. 8 is further away. It says plus 8, so I'm going to do the opposite, which is going to give me it. So these are 0, so that makes a 0. If I do it to one side, I'm going to do it to the other. So that cancels out, and I'm left with w over negative 4 is greater than 9 minus 8 is 1. To get w by itself, I'm going to do the opposite. Since this is division, I'm going to multiply by -4. And when I multiply by a negative, my symbols flip. So from greater than to less than, and I'm left with W, because these -4's cancel, and I'm going to multiply on this side, which gives me -4. So same as a two-step equation, I'm just doing the opposite each and every time, and I'm going to make sure when I divide or multiply by a negative, that sign flips. If you have any questions, please reach out, and have a great day.